All right, so we've been given side A is 8.297 inches. Side C is 6.367 inches. Angle B is 78.23 degrees. Find side B. And the first thing I always do is draw a picture. Okay, draw a picture. So this is A, this is B, this is C. So side A is going to be across from that, 0.297. And side C is going to be across from that, so 6.367. And then angle B, they told me, was 78.23 degrees. So this, if I look at this triangle, is a side angle side triangle. Side angle side triangle. And that tells me that I need to use the law of cosines. Law of cosines. And so there are actually three, I guess they should call it the law of cosines or the laws of cosine. However, some English teacher can correct me in the comments. But there's actually three of them. One solves for side A, one solves for side B, and one solves for side C. Now I want the one that solves for side B because that's what I'm looking for. And that is B squared equals A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cosine B. Okay, and this is a real simple problem because I can plug in what I know and solve it. And the number one problem I see from students is the computation, not the actual math. And so here goes. We have side A is 8.297 squared plus 6.367 squared minus 2 times 8.297 times 6.367 times the cosine of 78.23 degrees. Okay, so that's a screenful, isn't it? And I want to show you how I typed this in. And again, I think it's very, very, very important that we relate this to this because the calculator is such a good computational tool for us. So I go through and I say 8.297 squared plus 6.367 squared. And I go ahead and press equals. Okay, so I go ahead and do that. These two combined give me a total of 109.38. And a couple of decimal places is fine, okay? And then I'm going to take my calculator, I'm going to press minus, and I put it in parentheses. So I put all of this in parentheses, okay? That's really important. So minus, so that answer, 109.38 minus, and then I'm going to type all of this in. So 2 times 8.297 times 6.367 times the cosine of 78.23. Now, since this is in degrees, you want to make sure you're in degree mode. Now, notice I opened a parentheses and the cosine function opened a parentheses. So I need to close not one but two parentheses and press enter. Okay, and that's going to take all of this and subtract it from that 109. So minus this guy. And that gives me a total of 87.827. Okay, so 87. So B squared equals 87.827. And then I want to take the square root of this guy. Okay, I want to take the square root of this guy. And the easiest way to do that on a TI-84, and on most calculators, it's somewhere around the equals key. On the 84, it's above the minus key. You see that ANS, that answer? You press second to get to that. And what I want to do is I want to type square root answer. Okay, that's going to take the square root of that 87.83. And I do that and I get 9.3716, etc. Notice I have not rounded anything. I have not rounded anything. What this does for me is it saves my rounding until the end. Now I've rounded on my paper. Okay, but in my actual computations on the calculator, I haven't rounded anything, and I don't intend to. Okay, and so my original problem if I scoot back down for just a second here, this was 3 decimal places, this was 3 decimal places, and so I want to round this one to 3 decimal places as well. So I take my calculator here, 9.3716. I'm going to call this 372, and the unit is in inches. Okay, so it's a great use of the law of cosines, but you got to figure out which one to use first. If you have any questions, please let me know.